Dow and the S&P have now wiped out their losses from May. The S&P set an all-time high earlier this morning, up 10 to 13. And oil's up big on this news that a meeting on Iran is about to take place at the White House. UBS Director of Floor Operations Art Cashin is here at Post 9. Art, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Halima Croft, our friend from RBC, says if it weren't for the Permian, we'd be above 100.
Oh, I think that's probably right. But the Permian has made the world of a difference. I mean, we're a major, not just swing producer, but we're a major producer now. Yeah, I think you've got something strange going on over there. You know, obviously in an all-out military conflict, Iran couldn't supplant the United States. But I think they're playing a different kind of game. The president has said over and over again he does not want to put U.S. troops at war in the Middle East. So I think Iran thinks they've got a little wiggle room there. They can push a little harder and push a little further to see if he will be restrained from doing anything. So it will be interesting to see what kind of response it is. The good news, obviously, is that it was a drone. There was no loss of life, so that would have changed the odds greatly. But the bounce in oil is modified because of the fact that we're producing so much.
Do equities respond to this whole situation out there or not?
It depends on what kind of response you see. You know, for now, the geopolitical shift is mainly toward the trade talks again. President Xi deciding somewhat suddenly to visit North Korea tells me he's looking to pick up a chip there that Trump won't be able to refuse, so that when he walks in, it'll be less about trade goods and more about, I can do this for you in North Korea, so do you want to back off on some of your demands?
Or perhaps there's going to be some movement on North Korea with President Trump visiting South Korea, tagged on to the G20 next week. Do you think investors are misplacing their expectations for volatility? Because the focus has been on China and it's been on trade. And now we see these tensions ratcheting up with the Middle East. The president tweeting Iran made a big mistake. So how do you think they're pricing this in?
Well, as I said, it depends on what the response will be. So far, they're just calling a meeting. As I said, I think most traders see it the way I do, that the president is reluctant to do anything militarily, at least massive militarily, in the Middle East. So he will remain restrained. So the concentration will remain on things like the trade talks and where we go from there. But we can't afford to let this drag on too long. First of all, the president can't afford it because you get the election coming up. But if you looked at some of the freight reports and other things that we've seen, the slowdown in the global economy is reaching this shore. And if you continue to slow down at the rate we've slowed down in the last 2 months, by the fourth quarter, you could be borderline recession. And obviously, if you're running for office, you don't want that.
It leads me